Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Please, you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? If you can't, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Can you hear me, please? Is anyone online? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know if you can hear me, you can see me. Can you hear me and can you see me? Please let me know in the comment section, please. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please let me know if you can hear me and you can see me, please. I'm waiting to hear. I can hear you. I can see you. I'm waiting for someone to say that, yes. I wouldn't start until I get a confirmation. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes. If you can, let me know in the comment section while I continue. Okay, thank you, Favor. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Blue into the Week. And I'm excited to be here. And this week was my birthday, and I had a wonderful time. Shout out to my wonderful friends that made it, a wonderful time for me. Like I enjoyed myself. They supposed me silly, yes. And then all the alerts that I got. Oh, I'm grateful. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me. So today we'll be talking about something that I've it's actually personal to me because I've been watching people and I've observed a trend. I've observed something that happens to a lot of people without them even realizing that it's a problem, right? They by themselves sabotage themselves without even knowing that that is what they are doing. And it's really sad to me when I see it. I'm actually upset. I'm like, yeah, sabotaging yourself. Don't you know that you can do better, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Our topic today says permission to shine. Stop shrinking yourself. I'll actually, I'm going to call out some people, but don't take it personal. Just know I'm doing it out of love because I've watched some people and I've realized that some people um don't see people. They always see themselves in a different way. They don't see themselves the way people see them, and they assume people see themselves the way they see themselves. Am I making sense? Okay, I'll explain now. Sometimes when I see some people, my first impression about them, or even when I get to know them, I see them as strong, intelligent, and capable people, right? That's the way I perceive them. Then next thing I hear them say, I'm not like you. I can't do this because I don't have your degree. I'm not good enough. I don't do this. But when I look at them, that's not what I see. You say, you say, oh, I don't have the right qualification. I don't have anything to offer. I don't think I can do it. And by themselves, they start to list the many things that they believe are the limitations that they have that won't let them achieve what I believe that they can. And I wonder, why are you not seeing what I see? And it really baffles me. Sometimes the person by themselves, we start to disqualify ourselves by ourselves. And it actually pains me when I see, because I can see how much potential is in a lot of people that they haven't been able to identify in themselves, right? Now, you may be underestimating yourself. That's the message I want to bring to you today. And that is not allowing you achieve your greatest potential. You know, sometimes You're carrying abilities that you don't even, recognize as abilities. You see it as ordinary. And you're looking at somebody else, seeing what they do as extraordinary. Yet that person may actually be looking at you and admiring those qualities that you have that you're looking down on. For example, maybe you're someone that gives excellent advice. Whenever people have issues, they come to meet you. What do I do? How do I handle this? You understand? Maybe you're good at organizing stuff. You come to your house, everything is put in place, everything is organized. You know, you're good at creating stuff. You just get ideas and you start to build. You're good at fashion. You dress well, you know how to combine things, and people always compliment you on the way you. The truth is that not that thing you're good at, somebody's struggling at it. Yeah. And I don't see why people don't see that they can actually monetize that thing they are good at and actually see it as a way of creating wealth and zoning on it, get better, improve that skill and scale up. Maybe you're good at selling, you're good at communicating, you're good at taking care of people, you're good at just generally solving problems and you do it exceptionally well. But because it comes easy to you, you take it for granted and you downplay it. And you don't see that there are people that struggle with that particular thing that you find easy to do. You're good at cooking. Something as small as that. Sure, it's not small. As something that people overlook, like cooking. Because it comes naturally, you may assume everyone around you can do it. And honestly, that's not a good place to be. So I want to tell you today, don't dismiss the gifts that you have simply because it feels easy to you. The truth is that somebody will pay you millions because it's something that they struggle with. So please don't downplay it. Now, now, what do people always come to you for? That's the question you need to ask yourself. What do people ask me to help them with? And I don't think twice, being able to do it. Now, what is it that I do and people always compliment me on? Maybe you come out every day and say, "Oh, you look nice. Oh, I like the way you dress today. Oh, I like the way you designed your house. Oh, I like some things that we see as insignificant. That's actually pointing to what you can do and what people may likely pay you for. Now, what do people say that you do unusually well? What do you yourself know that you do unusually well? What do you do effortlessly? What's that thing that you find easy that you realize that other people struggle with? For example, you just stand and you cook for 5 hours. Please, I'm throwing shades at some people. I'm sure if they are on this trip, they'll be getting it. Your answers may actually reveal something important about your potential that you are taking for granted. So please think about it, right? Now, let me ask you, why do you think that people shrink themselves? Why do you think you're shrinking yourself and thinking that you are not good enough? You know, the truth is that self doubt can be shaped by your childhood, words that you heard while growing up. If you were compared a lot with other people as you were growing, if you failed a lot or had failures that people put you down for, if you were rejected and you did not feel loved, someone say, "Oh, I was the middle child, I did not get all the attention," or even it could even be something that happened as you were growing. Maybe you had a boss that used to say hurtful things to you, or you had a parent that keeps telling you, "Oh, you can't do this. This is not for people like you. Your background will not let you." Those things gradually stay in your mind and not allow you see where you are supposed to get to. Then it may be your circle, it may be the people that you hang around with. If you hang around small-minded people, if you have wrong friends, people that only see, whenever you decide to shine, they play it down, you know or it may be that you're in a space where you're always competing with others. You want to always prove yourself because you're comparing yourself with someone else's other achievements. The truth is that there are different types of achievements. If you get a doctor and put them in an IT space, they're going to fail. So if you're an IT and you're admiring somebody in medicine because he did a brain surgery for 5 hours and then you're now feeling you're not good enough, then you can never be good enough because you can never compete in that space. Just like telling an elephant to climb a tree. An elephant cannot climb a tree. Hmm? Or telling a bird to carry something heavy. They can't because it's not what they were built for. But if you tell a bird to fly, it's going to excel. If you put heavy load on an elephant, it will be able to carry it. So don't compare yourself with other people just because you can. And because if you ever keep finding yourself in that space, you always feel like you're not good enough. And sometimes another thing that makes us shrink and not feel good enough is rejection. If somebody said, "Get out of here, you can't do something," when you're a child, somehow our brain takes it as proof that we are not worthy. Yeah. And if you don't identify it, it's going to always be there as your report card and it won't let you move forward. Now, the truth is that your history can influence you without you knowing. And the truth is that if you let it, it will have, you're giving it the authority to define you, which shouldn't be. Your history shouldn't define you. You should be able to change it to get to what you really want. Yes? Now, if you don't let it, your past can become your inner voice. Sometimes people who criticized us are even no longer in the picture. They're not even there anymore, but their voices remain inside our heads and keep showing up whenever we want to do something great. Someone laughed at your dream. Like they say, don't tell your dreams to small-minded people because they'll kill it. Because the dream that God gave you, He didn't give it to you for, like He gave it to you, not to other people. So they can never understand it the way you do. And because somebody laughed at an idea you had or a dream you had, you're now afraid to dream again. And that person is inconsequential because, for example, let's look at David's story. I mean, sorry, Joseph. His brothers, he had a dream that they would bow at him and they laughed at him and made fun of him. But it was his own dream. If he had, God had to remove him from that environment and put him somewhere else because if he had stayed there, they would have killed that dream and it wouldn't have come to pass. So he was able to keep that dream, stay with it, and move. Do you understand? If so, another thing that can become your inner voice is someone rejected you. Now, because of that, you reject yourself. Maybe you had a spouse that used to tell you you're not good enough. What do you think you're doing? I hate, you had a bad experience and you've now allowed it to define everything that you do. Or maybe someone made you feel small. You enter this space and everybody, if literally that sometimes we feel like some of the people are looking down on us and the people don't really care about it. They didn't even notice you. Now, because of that, because of what is in your head, you now make yourself small. The truth is that healing means that you recognize those voices and start to ask yourself, is this actually true? Really? Is it? Don't be in a place where you disqualify yourself before you even have had an opportunity to try. Don't tell yourself I don't have the degree or the skills to do this thing, or I don't have the connections that I need to achieve what I want to achieve, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough experience. Sometimes you may genuinely need more training on that thing that you want to do. But there's a difference between saying I need to learn this and saying because I don't know this yet, I cannot become this. There's a big difference. Yes, you may know how to cook, you cook very well. It doesn't stop you from starting something cooking, right? It doesn't. Yes, but on the journey, you're going to start to learn, improve what you already started, and move from there. Now, the first step to doing this is being humble. And the second step to understand the things you know and accept it and move with it instead of disqualifying yourself before you even start. The truth is that qualifications are not the only measure of how capable you are. Education, training, skills, yeah, they matter, but they are not everything. You know, they are not the only reason why people succeed. People actually build things that are extraordinary by starting and learning from their mistakes, adopting, solving problems, and developing the skills that they already have. You may have everything you need today, but that does not mean you cannot become the person who has what is required tomorrow. That's just you. So don't disqualify yourself. Confidence can sound like I can learn, not I cannot do it. Confidence is not always, I know I can do it. Sometimes confidence sounds like I don't know how to do this yet, but I believe that I can learn. You don't have to know everything before you start, right? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to feel completely ready. You don't have to have all the qualifications that you think that you need. Start and allow the journey to actually make you better. So I want to tell you today, stop waiting for permission. Some people are waiting for somebody to tell you you're intelligent enough, you are ready, you are talented, you are this. They want other people to ginger you. Nobody is coming to save you. You are going to save yourself. You know. But the truth is that what if nobody comes and tells you that? This is me telling you that you can do it. This is me telling you that you should give yourself permission to try, to learn, to be seen, to believe. Stop putting yourself down. I give you permission to succeed. I'm giving you permission today to shine. Now, when you shine, you're not showing off. That's something that all of us, misconception that we have. Giving yourself permission to shine does not mean you become arrogant and all. Because if you get to that space, as you're shining, you may miss learning what you need to learn to become the best at that thing you are doing. Giving yourself permission to shine simply means that you're saying, I recognize that God has placed inside me. Yeah. And I'm willing to develop it and use it. The truth is that there is humility in recognizing the gifts that you have. There's also humility in refusing to waste those gifts. Now, hiding your gift is not necessarily humility, it's actually fear. Isaac, please, can you leave this place? I'm alive. Leave. Don't come back. Sorry for the interruption. Please don't come back. Sorry for the interruption, please. If you can hear me, please let me know if you can hear me. Yeah. Now, I want you to identify that gift that you have. It may be insignificant to you, but somebody's going to pay you for it. Yeah. Build skill around that gift. Now, I'm not saying you already have the gift, so you start. And as you start, you develop it and get better, right? And then create a value around that gift that's going to give you money. A gift always does not, automatically create income, especially if you hide it. The truth is that it can become a skill. Now, a skill can solve a problem. For example, you know how to organize the house. You now know how to keep everything where it keeps speak and span. Some people actually struggle with it, right? That's a gift. That's a skill you have. Now, how can you teach other people how to keep their homes organized? What are the things that you do that you take for granted that other people don't even know how to do to keep maybe a cupboard organized? Yes. So a skill will solve a problem. So what's that problem that your skill will solve? You like to cook. Oh, some people don't like to enter the kitchen. So what if I start to cook and people start to order food, right? And then solving problems will create value for people, and value will finally lead you to creating more income. So maybe you have an eye for fashion, you dress well, people always compliment you when you come out. What I'm saying today is that you should develop how to style people, start something about talking about your style. I know this guy on Instagram that goes around Nigeria, buys okay clothes, and then matches it up and styles himself in it. And he has so many followers. And now people pay him to style them. So he goes to okay, buys it, and he styles people for weddings, and he's monetizing it, he's creating a service. That's not something I would have thought of. But he dresses well, so that has become his thing. Now, maybe your gift Do you understand? So, what is it that you are gifted in? Ask what problem can what I'm good at solve? Not what skill do I what degree or skill do I need to get before I can, make money out of it. Because the truth is that you really have what is going to make you skill. God gives everybody a talent, a skill. The question is, what are you doing with it? Now, what if people see something that you don't see? Now, now I want you to take out time today. Ask people who know you well. What do you think I'm naturally good at? Write it down. Listen for patterns of what they've told you. What do several people independently notice about you? Now, what do they trust you to do? What did they know that once they put it in your hand, they can go and sleep? Now, what do they come to you for advice on? Now, the truth is that not every opinion is the truth, so you have to be careful who you ask. And it's not about one person's comment, it's about a repeated pattern, what different people are saying. So it's what is something that you should actually investigate and think about. Now, ask yourself, what has shaped the way that I see myself? Those things I listed earlier. What did I hear about myself growing up? Ask yourself, what failure have I allowed to define me? Who have I been comparing myself to? Now ask yourself, what opportunity have I avoided because I don't feel good enough? Now, what do I secretly believe that I cannot do? Where did this belief come from? You need to tackle the root before you get to the end. And ask yourself, these things that I've identified, are they actually true? Now, the truth is that not every belief you have about yourself deserves to remain. Most of them, and a lot of them, are not true at all. Now, I want you to replace that inner critic in your head with this. When your mind tells you, I'm not qualified, tell yourself, but I can learn. When your mind tells you, I can't do this, I'm not confident enough, remind yourself that confidence grows through action. Now, when that voice in your head tells you, who am I to do this? Question is, why not me? Yeah, why not me? Now, when your mind says other people are better, tell yourself that other people are gifts. I'm a gift. Sorry, give me a few minutes. My lights went off. Can you still see me? If you can see me and it's still clear, please let me know. I think my light just went off. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Please let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Please, can you see me? How clear am I, please? I think one of my lights just went off and okay, are we still good? Okay, we're still good. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Um, okay, we're still good, yes. Okay, okay. So like I said, your internal language matters because you are listening to yourself every day. So if you cannot rearrange that language, it's going to affect everything that you achieve and everything that you can become. So even the Bible tells us and reminds us in Ephesians 2, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works. Yes, you were not created accidentally. You were created to do good works. So don't minimize the gift that God has given you. There is something you are capable of contributing, something you can build, something you can give, and something you can become that you're probably ignoring. God gave you gifts for a reason. Your responsibility is to develop them. You do not need to be the best to start. Sometimes we think I'll start when I'm perfect, yeah, or when I'm excellent. But truth is that excellence is usually the result of repeating. So the more you do something, the better you become. So you start, you practice, you fail at it, you learn, you improve, and you practice again. You become competent. then confidence, then finally excellence. So don't demand mastery from yourself. Give yourself, extend grace. You get better as you do. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. When you look back at where you started from many years from now, you'll be happy that you started, and you would have learned along the way, and you'll be tripped honestly at how far you have come. So now I'll give you the permission to shine exercise. Now, number one, what do people compliment you about? Now, what do people always ask you for help for? Write this down. So I'm going to share this on the group. So whatever it is, please write it down. What do I do naturally? Answer that question. What problem will this ability solve? What skill could I develop from it? Who could benefit from it? What is one small way I can begin using this gift that I have? Then write this down and say, I give myself permission to develop and use what God has placed inside me. As a dermatologist and confidence advocate, I believe confidence is holistic. So you can't say you have good skin and feel like you have everything if your mind is in the wrong place, if you don't feel generally confident from within. Having a good skin is not going to give you the confidence you need because you're always going to find flaws, even when your skin is perfect. Yeah. So the truth is that caring for your skin is not just about chasing perfection, it's about learning to care for yourself intentionally and feeling comfortable in your own skin, irrespective of how it is. Now, if you have acne, pigmentation, dark spots, scars, hair loss, or any skin concern, if it's affecting your confidence, don't allow embarrassment and worry to keep you from seeking appropriate professional advice, or to know that your skin doesn't define your skin. Yeah. That said, I'll say your shine is not a competition. You don't need to shine like someone else. Your journey is different. Your gifts are different. Your timeline is different. Your story is different. The goal is not to become someone else. Yes, the goal is to become the fullest expression of who you are created to be. The light does not make you smaller, right? So for this week, I want to tell you, stop disqualifying yourself. When an opportunity comes, please, please, please don't immediately tell yourself that you can't do it. Now flip it and say, I can. Now ask yourself first, what would I need to learn to be able to do this? Instead of saying I can't. Now, when somebody compliments you, don't say, it's not like that. Just say thank you and take the compliment. You're beautiful. Take it. You're a millionaire. Take it. Anything they tell you, just take it and absorb it and let it go. um when someone tells you you're good at something, investigate it and see if any other people actually think you're good at that thing, and ask yourself if I'm truly good at this thing, right? When somebody notices a gift, pick it up and develop it and ask yourself, how can I make money out of this? Give yourself permission to grow into what you already carry. Stop dulling yourself, please. I'm tired of seeing people shrink. Now, for this week, affirmations for this week. Say this with me. I give myself permission to shine. I am not defined by my past, my mistakes, or other people's opinions. I recognize the gift God has placed inside me and I will develop them. I am capable of learning what I do not yet know. I do not need to be perfect to begin. I will stop talking myself out of opportunities. I will stop looking down on myself. I am worthy of taking up the space and using my voice. I will turn my gifts into skills and values and impact. Now, my final message to you today is there are gifts you have dismissed because they come easily. Yeah, before I forget, I would like to recommend a documentary, The Story of Martha Stewart. I recommend this to a lot of women because She turned something that was seemingly ordinary, being a homemaker, cooking and all, into a multi-billion dollar business. And if she can do that, then anybody can. She turned cleaning and this thing, cleaning the house, into a lot of money. What is one thing that people look down on the most? Yes. And it made her a millionaire. So my final message, like I said, is there are gifts you have dismissed because they come easily to you. Now, there are dreams you have buried because someone convinced you that they were impossible. Mm-mm. The opportunities you have walked away from because you didn't feel qualified enough. Look at yourself again. Yes, not through insecurity, your past, or comparison. You are capable of more than you allowed yourself to believe. Have faith, develop your skills, do the work, build your confidence. It shows that all you need to shine is a belief that you can, and the will and the drive to want to succeed, irrespective of what life throws at you. Give yourself permission to shine, heal, grow, become, and glow. I am Dr. Chimsom Obu, your skin and confidence doctor. I help you glow truly from inside out. Thank you for joining me today. See you same time next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Bye bye.